You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Happening now, Harley-Davidson teamed up with veterans groups to host a motorcycle ride. And the village of Falconer unveiled their new disc golf course. Plus, there will be a blue supermoon tonight, which won't happen again for 14 years.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us at Western New York News Now. I'm Lee Kane Jr. Those stories and more are coming up, but first, a Brooklyn, New York woman was arrested by troopers and New York State Department of Corrections for possessing contraband inside Wyoming Correctional Facility. Troopers, in collaboration with the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision, apprehended Tiana N. Clark, 23, from Brooklyn, New York, on August 27, 2023. Clark was taken into custody for allegedly promoting prison contraband in the first degree after being found in possession of a razor blade within the confines of the Wyoming Correctional Facility. After the discovery, Clark was transported to State Police Warsaw for processing and subsequently arraigned at the Attica Town Court. Following the arraignment, she was released on her own recognizance. In other news, a Buffalo man was apprehended on August 25, 2023 for violating a family court warrant issued by Cattaraugus County Family Court. On August 23, 2023, at 121 West Eagle Street in Buffalo, New York, law enforcement under Sheriff Timothy S. Whitcomb's oversight executed an arrest related to a family court warrant. Benjamin D. Carter, 38, was taken into custody on August 25th at around 1 p.m. He was found to be in violation of a family court warrant issued by Cattaraugus County Family Court. Following his arrest, Carter was held at Erie County Holding Center before being handed over to the Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Department. Carter's arraignment occurred at Allegheny Town Court, where he was remanded to jail with a bail of $1,500 or bond of $3,000. His appearance in family court is scheduled for a later date. Well, over 120 community members gathered at Chautauqua Harbor Hotel in Celeron, New York for the YWCA Jamestown's 25th Annual Women of Achievement celebration on August 24, 2023. The event, presented by Alliance for Nonprofit Resources and UPMC Chautauqua, marked a historic turnout and honored remarkable women who have positively impacted their community. The Women of Achievement celebration, hosted by YWCA Jamestown, culminated in a memorable evening celebrating the accomplishments of women who have made a significant difference. Leanne Hendrick, Sukanya Berman, Tamara M. Dickey, Patricia Graves, and Annika Spitzer received awards in recognition of their exceptional contributions. YWCA Jamestown, committed to eradicating racism and empowering women, invited nominations for individuals who embodied their mission. The event's speeches, featuring both recipients and nominators, resonated deeply, fostering enthusiasm to continue advocating for gender and racial equality. Tamara M. Dickey's touching moment arrived as she was awarded the Shattered Ceiling Award by her daughter, Tiara Cromartie. Patricia Graves' nominator, Pastor Chloe Smith, motivated attendees to persist in their fight for justice, while Sukanya Berman emphasized the need for equity in the arts. The event's success was bolstered by sponsors such as A&R, UPMC Chautauqua, and others, who were instrumental in making it all possible. YWCA Jamestown expressed gratitude and revealed plans for an even grander ceremony on August 2, 2024, at the Harbor Hotel. For further details about YWCA Jamestown's mission and opportunities for partnership, visit ywcajamestown.com. Well, in other news, Jamestown Public Schools and Erie 2 Chautauqua Cattaraugus BOCES have joined forces to establish an innovative collaboration aimed at enriching education. Jamestown Public Schools and Erie 2 Chautauqua Cattaraugus BOCES partnership will see E2CCB's pioneering Bloom program find a home at the Innovation Center within R.R. Rogers School, located at 41 Hebner Street. On August 29th, the Jamestown Board of Education gave the green light to this progressive initiative. Commencing this fall and spanning the next 5 years, the Innovation Center will host E2CCB's Bloom program at Rogers. The program caters to students in the region with profound mental health and behavioral needs, requiring a tailored instruction and therapies in a compassionate classroom environment. Dr. David O'Rourke, CEO of Erie 2 Chautauqua Cattaraugus BOCES, expressed satisfaction at the collaboration, emphasizing the collaborative efforts to establish the new program site. Dr. Kevin Whitaker, JPS Superintendent, echoed the sentiment, highlighting the convenience of local access to specialized programming. Patrick Langworthy, a former special education teacher within Jamestown Public Schools, assumes the role of special education principal for the Bloom program. E2CCB, covering Chautauqua and parts of Erie and Cattaraugus counties, brings together a diverse array of districts under its educational umbrella. With the Innovation Center's phased reopening underway, this partnership marks a significant step towards enhancing educational offerings. The collaboration aims to provide crucial services for students and families within the region, reinforcing a commitment to accessible and targeted education. As the partnership evolves, the Innovation Center is poised to fulfill its role as an educational beacon, fostering learning and growth within the community. As WNY News Now continues, Harley-Davidson partnered with the Warrior Relief Fund and the Dwyer Group to show support for veterans. And later, the village of Falconer held a ribbon-cutting ceremony to unveil their new disc golf course. Stay with us, as WNY News Now will be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
Move over.
When you see signs,
Lights.
Vests.
Please, give us some room.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over. When you need help,
It's our job
To help you.
to save you.
despite the danger.
This danger
This danger is real.
Do your part.
Please.
Slow down. Slow down. And move over.
Move over.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear, because for years he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
but there's a lot more to say. Like, if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Harley-Davidson and Falconer hosted a joint ride on Sunday, August 27, 2023, to raise awareness for veterans in need, bringing together the Warrior Relief Fund and the PFC Dwyer Group. The Warrior Relief Fund and the PFC Dwyer Group collaborated in a joint ride event at Harley-Davidson and Falconer on Sunday, August 27, 2023. The initiative aimed to raise awareness for veterans facing challenges upon returning home. I covered the event, capturing the essence of the two organizations' missions. Christopher Sossaman, a representative of the Warrior Relief Fund, highlighted the pressing need to support younger veterans dealing with various issues and a lack of community backing.
There are unlimited needs that our veterans have. And what we want to do is we want to hear their voice. We want to know what they need. And it can be anything from something really major, like, house demolition and remodeling, to a bed, or to a ride. Or, a lot of them fight with PTSD, anxiety, depression, and those are the ones that don't leave the house. In years past, in World War I, World War II, Vietnam, those guys came back and they got together at the Legions and VFWs and they told war stories. Younger veterans don't do that. They stay isolated and they stay kind of in their zone. And we understand that. We don't understand what they went through, but we want them to know we care. We want to support them. We want to do what we can do to kind of bring them back to society and be part of us.
Okay,
because they fought so hard, they gave up their comforts, their lives, everything that they do on a daily basis so that we can continue to do the things we do on a daily basis. And once they return home, I think it's extremely important that we support them as much or more than they support us.
The organization's mission revolves around assisting veterans with necessities ranging from transportation to housing. The event shed light on the struggles faced by younger veterans who often find themselves isolated without the camaraderie offered by traditional veteran organizations. Cindy Reedy, project coordinator for the PFC Joseph P. Dwyer peer-to-peer program, reinforced the significance of their mission to reintegrate veterans into their communities through diverse programs such as coffee hours, family game nights, and galas.
So today is kind of the kickoff for the new program. It's called the Warriors Relief Fund. They operate out of the North County, and I was contacted by them to see if I wanted to help them with a motorcycle ride. So I represent Dwyer Chautauqua. We're a veterans peer-to-peer support program, and we do all kinds of fun stuff to get vets out of the house and connecting with other vets. And today it's a motorcycle ride.
For more information about the PFC Dwyer Group's efforts, visit dwyerchautauqua.com. The event at Harley-Davidson brought attention to the vital cause of supporting veterans in need and fostering a sense of unity among them. Well, in other news, today on Wednesday, August 30th at 12:05 p.m., U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand and Congressman Brian Higgins unveiled secured federal funding for the construction of a pioneering Hispanic heritage cultural institute in Buffalo. Joining them was Casimiro D. Rodriguez, president of the Hispanic Heritage Council of Western New York. Institute, situated at 462 Niagara Street on the corner of Niagara and Hudson Streets, will be a vibrant hub for Hispanic arts and culture, featuring a museum, art gallery, learning labs, language, guitar, and cooking classes. The initiative reflects years of efforts with the Hispanic Heritage Council reshaping the location through rezoning. The Institute aims not just to honor Hispanic heritage, but also to enrich the community by sharing its culture. In other news, on August 22nd, a ribbon-cutting ceremony marked the official opening of Falconer Park's latest edition, a disc golf course courtesy of the Falconer Rotary Club. The initiative, supported by a Rotary Foundation grant and the club's internal funding, showcases a commitment to community-driven projects without burdening taxpayers. Mayor James Jaroszynski, speaking at the ceremony, emphasized a positive impact on the community. Looking ahead, plans include repurposing court space for the increasingly popular sport of pickleball, further enriching Falconer Park's recreational offerings.
It's just as far as we're concerned also, and I'll say these remarks in a little bit, but we feel it's like the first catalyst. We're going to put some cornhole games in here, boards in the Falconer Park. We got those courtesy of a grant from Community Foundation. We're also going to look at redoing our tennis courts into pickleball courts. So besides having the disc golf here at Falconer Park, we're going to have the cornhole for reunions and parties here, and then we will also have the pickleball, hopefully here, within a year or so.
Well, coming up next, police in Ohio fatally shot a pregnant woman suspected of stealing liquor. And later, Governor Kathy Hochul has reaffirmed her commitment to safeguarding abortion access. But first, we return with a look at our full weather forecast.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Woo. 911, where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. Please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Fast, accurate, and everyday. First Defense weather.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. While today was a cool day out there, tomorrow will be a cool day as well. Warmer days are ahead according to the NOAA 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, which favors above average temperatures across the Northeast and the Great Lakes from September 6th through September 12th. So if you didn't like these cooler temperatures, warmer temperatures are on the way, and by this time next week, we could be talking about high temperatures in the mid-80s. But statistically speaking, on average, cooler days are ahead in the city of Jamestown. September 1st, our average high is about 78 degrees. That drops down to 67 degrees by October 1st and continues to drop as we head into the end of the year with temperatures on average around 54 degrees for November 1st, and then we're at 42 degrees for December 1st. Well, eyes to the skies tonight to check out the blue supermoon. That does not mean that the moon will be the color blue, although that would be kind of cool to see the moon the color blue. This just means that this is the second full moon of the month, second full moon within the calendar month. The first one occurred this month on August 1st, and this is the third of 4 supermoons of the year 2023, and the next one will come at the end of September with the harvest moon, and tonight's moon will reach its peak brightness around 9:36 p.m. and hopefully the clouds will clear out, because you'll want to catch this one, as the next set of blue supermoons will not occur until the year 2037. So let's see if future scan agrees with me, and hoping that these clouds clear out. Might have an isolated shower this evening, but it does show that the clouds should clear out overnight, and we should be able to see that blue supermoon tonight. In fact, anywhere on the planet Earth should be able to see the supermoon as long as the skies are clear, and then high pressure builds back in by tomorrow, and that should take us through the end of the week. Partly to mostly sunny skies for both Thursday into overnight Thursday night and Friday, and then the same thing on Friday. So here is your first here is the forecast for tonight. Partly to mainly clear skies. It will be a cool night as well. Lows dropping down to the mid-40s in the valleys to the lower 50s at the Lake Erie shoreline. Here's your forecast for tomorrow. Partly mostly sunny skies. Still comfortable tomorrow. Highs will range from the upper 60s to the lower 70s. Well, this Sunday is the Labor Day Festival at Bergman Park. Should be a beautiful day for the festivities at Bergman Park, with partly to mostly sunny skies, and highs in the afternoon should top out around 80. And then by the time the fireworks start in the evening hours, should still be clear sailing with partly sunny skies and temperatures in the lower 70s. And now that 7-day outlook powered by Ultimate Satellite Solutions. So high pressure builds into the region tomorrow, and then kind of parks itself across the region. That's going to guarantee nothing but sunshine pretty much to the end of the week and into the weekend and into next weekend as well, although we will be gradually getting warmer with highs over the weekend in the upper 70s to the lower 80s, and then we continue to warm up into next week as highs make it into the mid 80s.
Andrew, thank you. Now for some headlines from across the nation. Police Chief John Belford announced Friday that Takia Young, a 21-year-old pregnant woman, was shot and killed by police outside a Kroger store in Ohio. The incident occurred at around 6:20 p.m. on Thursday when officers confronted Young outside the store for allegedly stealing liquor. According to Chief Belford, Young attempted to drive over one of the officers, prompting the fatal shooting. Tragically, both Young and her unborn child lost their lives due to the shooting. Young, who was due to give birth in November, leaves behind 2 young sons as well. The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation is currently looking into the incident. The officers involved have been placed on a paid administrative leave following standard protocol during ongoing investigations. However, their names will not be disclosed due to Marsy's Law. Body camera footage of the confrontation exists, but it will not be released until after necessary redactions are made, as mandated by law. Chief Belford stated that the officers had given multiple verbal commands to Young before the situation escalated. The officer who fired the fatal shot reportedly only learned of Young's pregnancy after the incident. The tragic shooting has ignited discussions about the use of force and police procedures. Community members and activists have expressed concern, with some asserting that the response was disproportionate to the alleged theft. Gun violence activist Melissa Thomas St. Clair, who knew the victim, called for accountability and transparency. The investigation remains ongoing, with many awaiting the release of the body camera footage for further clarity. Well, in other news, Governor Kathy Hochul has reaffirmed her commitment to safeguarding abortion access, highlighting measures taken to protect medication abortion following a federal court ruling affecting mifepristone distribution. Governor Kathy Hochul has underscored New York's dedication to upholding abortion access by implementing a series of proactive measures in response to a recent federal court ruling impacting medication abortion. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit's decision attempted to impose restrictions on mifepristone, a key medication used in medication abortion, by requiring in-person visits for its prescription and disallowing its mailing to patients. While the immediate implications remain limited, the ruling is poised for deliberation before the U.S. Supreme Court in the coming months. Amid the concerning trend of reproductive care limitations enforced by anti-choice factions across the country, New York stands firm in defending access to mifepristone and other abortion options, affirmed Governor Hochul. She vowed to sustain the safety, availability, and legality of abortion services within the state, asserting her unwavering commitment to provide a sanctuary for individuals in need of reproductive health care. Governor Hochul announced in April 2023 a strategic initiative to stockpile misoprostol, a crucial medication for abortion care, in a proactive effort to safeguard access. The state promptly initiated the procurement of 150,000 doses, equating to a 5-year supply, to proactively address anticipated requirements. Furthermore, the governor has pledged up to an additional $20 million to bolster alternative care methods if mifepristone were to become unavailable. Governor Hochul's proactive stance on abortion rights highlighted steps New York is taking to protect access to abortion care. Well, coming up next, a blue supermoon is set to make an appearance tonight.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
If you want to speak truth to the masses, make it funny for the classes.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
As Andrew had mentioned during the forecast, we'll be able to see a blue supermoon tonight. For those who are unaware, a blue moon occurs when there's a second full moon in the same month, and a supermoon occurs when the full moon is closest to the Earth. Because the moon follows an elliptical orbit, it travels around the Earth in a more ovular path instead of a perfect circle. And what that means is that the moon is at times further away from the Earth than at other times. And whenever it is closer to the Earth, that is when it is called a supermoon, because it'll appear to be bigger and brighter than it would be whenever it's further away. So the moon will be visible without needing binoculars or a telescope, though you should use them if you want to see more of the moon's texture. The next blue supermoon won't occur until 2037, so now's your chance to see the moon in all of its glory. Well, that's going to do it for us today. I'd like to thank you all for watching. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. You can download it today for free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. We're also on Channel 716 on Roku and at channel716.com. Thank you for watching.